Hi everyone, I'm here to do a wearable wooden elf inspired look that can be worn when going out at night with the girls or even out on dates. So let's get started. I have a lot of texture on my skin. That's why I'm starting with the NYX pore filler. This will give my foundation that satiny smooth finish and make my makeup last longer. I'm really working it in my skin to evenly distribute the product. My eyelids can sometimes be oily. That's why I'm using the NYX eyeshadow base to prevent the eyeshadow from creasing. The eyeshadow base will make the colors I'm going to put in later more vibrant. Then, I'm going to set my eyes with a translucent powder to make blending of the eyeshadow easier. I don't have very much lid space because I have very hooded eyes. For this look, I am creating a new crease line so I can have enough space for the colors I'm going to put in later. I'm tracing a new crease with a warm brown eye kohl pencil, higher than my natural crease line. As you can see, I'm pulling the colors really high at the outer corner of my eye to pull up my eyes. This will make it look sexier. The eye kohl pencil will make my new crease line really defined, and it will serve as a guide for my transition colors. Then, I'm going in with a pencil brush to smudge the brown liner. It is important to really blend the colors so we don't see any hard lines. The colors will blend easier if you use a lighter hand than mine. You will know that you have blended enough when you don't see any hard edges and the colors are really diffused. To achieve this, I use a wiping motion by going back and forth. Make sure that you pull the colors up at the corner of the eye. Next, I'm going in with a fluffier brush to really diffuse the colors. Then, using the same pencil brush used earlier to smudge the eye kohl pencil, I'm going in with my first transition color, which is a warm medium brown. Then, I'm going in again with a fluffier brush to blend the colors. Make sure that the colors are really diffused. This is where you blend till it hurts. Next, I'm adding a darker brown slightly lower than the first transition color. This will create a gradient and make the crease line really defined. Removing the excess product, I'm using the fluffier brush used earlier. Using a base shadow brush, I'm going in with the darkest shade of brown for my crease line. Then, I'm going in with the same fluffy brush used earlier to blend the colors. This is how the crease should look like. However, I want the crease to be really defined to give the eyes the illusion that it is deep set. So I decided to add the same last shade of brown and blend some more using the same fluffier brush we used earlier. Then, using a flat shader brush, I'm going in with a highlighter shade of NYX Wonder Stick. I am reshaping the lid and at the same time cleaning the fallout of the transition colors. This step actually allows us to cheat with the eye shape since I'm going in all the way to the inner corner and pulling it up really high at the outer corner. I'm making sure that I really pack in the product because it will also serve as the base for our shimmering eyeshadow lid color later. Next, using a clean flat shader brush, I'm going in with the shade Golden Tan Frosty of the NYX Runway Collection eyeshadow palette. I'm making sure that I really pack in the color so the highlighter shade will not show through. I'm making sure that the whole lid space is covered with color from the inner corner of the eye to the outer corner. Then, trace the upper waterline with a black eyeball pencil. On the other hand, line the lower lash line with the same pencil. Make sure that you go all the way to the corners of the eye to emphasize its shape. Using a lower lash line definer, smudge the black pencil at the lower lash line. I'm dragging the colors all the way outside to serve as a guide for my winged liner. Next, using a fine eyeliner brush, I'm going in with a black gel eyeliner to create my wing. Then, I'm pulling the color to the inner corner of my eye, staying really close to the lash line to further emphasize the shape of my eye. Then, I go in with a curling mascara before I put in my lashes. I make sure that I cover all the lashes with mascara by wriggling it back and forth from the roots to the tip. I put on my falsies off camera and now I'm putting on another coat of mascara to make sure that my real lashes and the falsies merge together. Then, with a fine detailer brush, I went in with the shade Dark Muted Forest Green of the same NYX eyeshadow palette to smoke out the lower lash line. Next, I'm using a white eyeball pencil for the lower waterline. This will make the color of the eyes really pop, and it will further emphasize the shape of my eyes. Then, with a nude lip pencil, I traced my lips and fill it to the center. I'm going for a really nude and matte lips for this look, that's why I'm not using any lipstick. Lastly, I am setting my makeup with NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. And that completes our wearable wooden elf look.